Hello and welcome to everybody. You're tuned into Football Xstream, and I'm one of your hosts, Kwabena, and this is Bonga and Klaga. Say hi, Bonga.
Hello, everybody. This is your boy. As you can see, I'm all kitted out. Welcome to another episode of Football Extreme.
And our other co-host is Nene. Say hi to the fans, Nene.
Yeah, welcome all football lovers. This is a top of the table clash, so it's going to be an interesting show.
Yeah, so as my two co-hosts have said, today's show is all about the top of the table clash. Liverpool versus Man United on Sunday. And you can guess which colors I am. And I can see Bonga there showing his colors of pride and so forth. But before we start off on that note, shout out to all our viewers who saw our previous episode. Shout out to all our new subscribers on our show. Yes, we're still new, but we are getting there. We're going ahead. Big thumbs up to everyone who's subscribing and commenting and just giving us feedback on our previous show. So guys, keep liking our videos, and we're thankful for all the comments and all the feedback. We are going to make the show bigger, better with every episode. What you guys say?
Definitely. There's going to be very interesting topics that will be coming up. So you guys will definitely love every single episode that's coming out. We put a lot of heart into it. So you love it.
Yeah.
And thank you for your support, everybody. It's amazing that you guys have received us so well in such a short space of time. So we're just going to keep pushing and doing our best to bring the best possible shows to you. So big ups to that. Thank you.
Yes, definitely. So without much further ado, as we said at the top of the show, it's a top of the table clash. And it just breaks my heart to say this, guys. As of now, one time only, Manchester United is the best team in the Premier League as of now. That breaks my heart to say this. But for the first time since 2008, August 2008 was the last time Man United were top of the table. So, Nene, what are your thoughts on Man United's form of late? What do you think, or what's your takeaway from their current form?
Nene?
You still with us, Nene?
Sorry about that. Network issues, as you know how it goes. For me, I'm still here. For me, they are one of the title contenders for the league. So I mean, if you look at their record, as Bonga always brags, for the last 10 games or something, it's like they won 9 away from home, or whatever that stat is. So to me, that looks like a stat that Liverpool and Man City did a few years ago. So definitely they are title contenders.
No, you're right. That stat is 8 wins from the last 10 away games. So Man United are an unstoppable force at the moment. They are wreaking havoc. That their away form is something to worry about. DJ, what you say about your team's performance of late?
Oh, it's been good. We got from a possible 24 points, we've managed to get 22 on the road. So big ups to the guys. Away form has really brought us to where we are, top of the table, and looking forward to converting that form into our home form so that we can really mount a serious title challenge.
Yeah, no, that's good. Well, that's the thing now. So it's the unstoppable force meets the immovable object, because Liverpool's home record is something to behold. So everyone knows that Liverpool haven't lost a game in forever at Anfield. Anfield's record is Liverpool's Anfield record is something like 55-12. So 55 wins, 12 draws. So it's been a long time since our last defeat. So that's what Man United's got their task ahead of them. So let's see what happens there. But other than that, in terms of Man United's form of late, who are the key players that you think has been the guys driving the success of late? Nene, if you can point that out for us in terms of the key figures and the guys who are running their form. Oh, let's start with you, Bonga.
Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford have really been pushing in top performances, and they've scored 6 goals apiece away from home so far this season. So
6 goals apiece.
That run that has brought us those 22 from a possible 24 has been largely huge parts been contributed by those 2 players, and I'm hoping this Sunday as well they do not disappoint. But as of the last couple of games, Bruno Fernandes has been off the boil a bit. I think fatigue is starting to catch up with this guy, because since he arrived last year, he's been playing non-stop, week in, week out, and I'm just hoping he does not sustain a serious injury due to the amount of fixtures that he's getting.
Yeah. Nene, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I also think that Bruno Fernandes is the guy to look out for. I mean, he's got 11 goals and 7 assists in 17 games. So to me, he's been consistent for a long period of time. And actually, that's the type of players you need if you're challenging for the title. So look, if fatigue is creeping in, I think that's the right time to see the other guys stepping up, your Paul Pogba's or whoever, and also just chipping in as well instead of leaving it up to him. So if the other guys can step up, Martial, I feel like he could do a bit more. So yeah, if some other guys can start upping the game a bit, I think they can definitely do something this season.
Okay. Yeah. So it is something that we have seen, that Bruno Fernandes, everything seems to be going through him. And it seemed like even when I saw the previous match against Burnley seemed to know that, okay, if we suffocate Bruno, then things are not going to happen with them. And then somehow they found a goal. Paul Pogba came out. So everyone knows Bruno and Rashford are on fire. But there's a guy there, that Frenchman there wearing number 6, Paul Pogba, who says, hey, don't forget me, and I can come in and score goals as well. So, and we all know that this guy seems to love the limelight. So probably the flashing lights of Liverpool versus Man United is probably just the perfect thing for him to just come in and just remind everybody just who he is. What you think, Moga?
Yeah, I mean, it's about time. This guy has been here for quite some time, and we've been wanting to see the best of Paul Pogba, because the Paul Pogba that plays for Man United is different from the Paul Pogba that plays for France.
Yeah.
And we need those performances that he does on international duty at club level. I mean, that guy, he can, on his day, he can single-handedly win you any game against any team in the world. So I'd be happy to see more contribution and more leadership from him, and just take the game by the scruff of the neck and dictate the midfield. I mean, you already got Bruno alongside you. You got Fred and McTominay to give you that much-needed energy and protect the defense, to allow him the freedom that we know. If you give Paul Pogba the freedom, and on his day, with those confident passes of his, he can produce the goods, just like he did against Burnley. Marcus Rashford just passed to him, first touch, connected sweetly, back of the net, 3 points. So let's hope that he does not shrink and he's not overwhelmed by the occasion on Sunday, because it's Anfield and it won't be easy, I'm not going to lie. So let's see which Paul Pogba will show up this Sunday.
Now that seems to be the problem, though. Like nobody seems to know which Paul Pogba is going to show up, and it's all been fine and dandy for United these days. Bruno Fernandes is picking up the slack, but everyone seemed to have put all their hopes on him. So, Nene, what do you think has been the issues with Paul Pogba these days? Like, you don't know which Paul will pitch up on the stage, and you never know, is he in or out? Is he on the transfer list? What's happening with Paul Pogba? What do you think is going on with him?
Look, Paul Pogba is a bit of a tough one. You always hear news that his agent said this, his agent said that. It's always his agent this, his agent that. So for me, I've never really heard him say anything about his future. It looks to me like he's happy at United. He wants to stay at United. So for me, he's, I don't know. I don't want to compare him to Mesut Ozil, but sometimes I feel as if things don't gel for him in the team. So, and maybe he just gets that little bit of I don't know. He dips, I'd say. And when he does dip, then it takes a bit of time for him to get back to his best. So yeah, I just need him consistent for like how we're talking about Bruno Fernandes, 17 games. You know, that's when you need Pogba. You don't need Pogba for 2, 3 games, and then he's unhappy for like 7, 8 games, and then he's sort of coming back, and then he's back, and then he's gone. So for me, I would just prefer if we can see him for like a long period of time, just like other Man United players, your Wayne Rooney's, who were there, you know, all season long. You know, we just need him to do a full season. You know, so yeah, that's what I'd like to see from him.
Yeah. Okay. It's probably a weakness that Liverpool can probably exploit. I mean, that front three of Liverpool's is deadly. It's one of the best in the world. So maybe if Paul Pogba doesn't show up, or if our mid three can lock up Bruno Fernandes, then maybe the front three can probably show up to work for once. Because my opinion is that Liverpool's just been struggling because guys are just not showing up at the level they're supposed to show up. So that's the thing. So I look at it and I say, okay, we look at Man United and we're like, these guys are actually on form, playing well. And then we look at Liverpool and you're like, these dudes, defending champions, they're actually struggling for a bit. So you look at Liverpool and you say, where are those issues coming from? So Bonga, if you can think, or if you can just shed some light, where are Liverpool's issues coming from these days?
I'd say Liverpool are victims of their own success. I mean, the front three has really lifted Liverpool to new heights for a very long time. And eventually, as you know, with teams that once they reach their peak and they've won a lot, when injuries to one of them, the front three start creeping up. Remember with Barcelona with the MSN, Messi, Suarez, and Neymar.
Mm-hmm.
So when those guys, when one of them was taken out of the equation, it was destabilizing the whole team and it had an impact. So I think with Liverpool as well, that's what's happening with the front three. Remember, these guys have been, for good 3 to 4 years now, they've been producing for Liverpool, and eventually they'll be worn out, there'll be injuries here and there, and that will mess up the rhythm between those guys. So, yeah, as I'm saying, they are victim of their own success. The standards that they help create is what we all measuring them by, and when they are no longer to that same standard, it seems as if they are struggling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, good point. Good point. Nene, or what thoughts do you have?
Yeah, similar thoughts to Bonga, victim of own success. You guys were just tearing everyone down, and I think it was that hunger of wanting to win the league after so many years. So that desire, that fire, kept you guys fighting. You know, for 2 years in a row, because obviously the first season you fought, and then City just edged you guys. You know, by a point. But then in the second season, you guys, fought even harder, whereas you guys could have just fell away. You guys continued pushing. So this season, look, the front three is not the same as they were the previous seasons. Maybe it's because of the changes in the midfield. I'm not sure, but also the defensive part, Van Dijk. I mean, teams now are not really scared of Liverpool. They when teams come up against Liverpool, they should try and defend and catch you guys on the counter. But now teams just go all out because now they feel that you guys are beatable. And what Aston Villa did, like it literally just sends a message to say, hey, you get something out of Liverpool, you can get something out of Liverpool. And maybe the guys also the Salahs, Firminos, they maybe realize that hey, we're actually not unbeatable anymore. So maybe there's a little bit of a reality check that is kicked in, but you guys need to snap out of it.
Yeah, snap out of it.
Just
right. Yeah, carry on.
Just to add to what Nene said, the spine of Liverpool has been weakened by injuries since lost Van Dijk to injury. They had to move Jordan Henderson from midfield to defense and Fabinho as well to defense. So that spine has been destabilized and teams are finding a way to get past Liverpool and to sneak a goal. Just to saw Southampton. They managed to beat Liverpool due to the fact that Jordan Henderson and Fabinho are playing defense. So that area has been weakened as well.
Yeah.
No, and I think we saw that City struggle last season when Fernandinho had to drop into defense, and then the midfield was just non-existent. So yeah, it's also starting to guys when you start having makeshift defenders, and it's just a nightmare.
Yeah, and you're right when you say snap out of it. So I just wish that Liverpool players are watching this video right now. Jurgen Klopp, Mohamed Salah, Sadio Mane, snap out of it, boys. Man United is here. They're coming and they are hungry. Guys, wake up. Sadio Mane has been playing as if he's been on holiday, in my opinion. Like that first game against Leeds United, it just seemed like he was still on off-season. So that's also part of the struggles. Like you talking about Jordan Henderson playing in the centre-back position as well as Fabinho. I think that distribution and that breakup play that Fabinho and Henderson do in the midfield is now being lost. Now Mane and Salah and Firmino are not getting the feeds that they usually get. And also, I think, as you say, the victim of our own success. Everyone knows that Trent Alexander-Arnold brings to the table. So now every team on their left side, they just say, listen, guys, that right back of Liverpool, you make sure he can't put in the crosses that he's doing. Because when was the last time Trent made an assist that led to a goal for Liverpool? It's been a while. So they've started to figure us out a bit. And so, in my opinion, the two key players that need to turn up and make sure that Liverpool get the job done is Mohamed Salah, who seems to always find the back of the net in big crunch games, and when Liverpool need a goal, Salah puts his hand up. And Firmino is tricky. He knows how to just move the ball around, and then all of a sudden, next thing, boom, one of the other guys finds himself in front of goal. So Liverpool, please catch a wake-up call, guys. Man United is coming, and they are hungry. So Wonga, what you think in terms of unstoppable force and immovable object? Liverpool's home record versus Man United's away record, which is stronger in this game?
Well, it remains to be seen, I must say, because this different Man United that has come into Anfield as opposed to the past couple of seasons. So to be interesting to see if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to go to Anfield for a point or is he going there to win?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's key. Depending on the tactics that he sets up on the day, I think that would be a deciding factor as much as form. That's how does he set up the team? Because you know, with Jose Mourinho, if he goes against the top rival, first thing he's going to do away from home is defend, try to sneak a goal.
Yeah.
So it remains to be seen if Solskjaer is going for a point or is he going to win. Yeah.
Nene, what's your thoughts?
Yeah.
Liverpool's home record versus Man United's away record, which one's stronger?
Okay. As a neutral, right? Liverpool, as you said, like 55 games or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
So they've had a longer run than United have had their away run, right? So look, it favors Liverpool according to their run, but then it also favors United according to their run. So, and if we've seen historic games between the two teams, whenever there's a lot riding at stake, the game is always drawn. And the game sometimes never lives up to expectation. So it'll probably be a draw because, as you said, it's this person's run versus this person's run, and none of them are gonna want to surrender their runs. So they might actually be very cautious in the game to say, look, guys, we cannot lose the game, but let's try to win the game.
Okay.
So yeah, that's me.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think massacre on the Mersey, man. Any team who comes to Anfield collect a whipping. That's what happens. Man United's last visit to Anfield, we all know what happened there. 2-0. Mohamed Salah scored one. Virgil van Dijk scored one. Okay, granted, Virgil's not there. And their last Anfield visit, Man United came there with Jose Mourinho as the coach. And we all know what happened in that game. 3-1. Shaqiri came off the bench, 2 goals. And the next day, Jose Mourinho didn't have a job. So come to Anfield at your own peril if you're not wearing a Liverpool jersey. Otherwise, let's see what happens. So, yeah.
That was a different time. That was a different time and different United. Remember who ended Ghana's invincible run?
Yeah.
How? What the Ghanaians gonna do with this?
I'm just saying, hey. Another team. That's the team that you measure Liverpool up to, the Invincibles. So
yeah.
I'm just saying, we ended that run as well. So let's see if we can conquer Merseyside as well.
Okay, no, it's fine. If you conquer Merseyside, then you'll know how to find the solution for league trophy drought. So the league's up for grabs for here. But as Nene said, when things are up for grabs, this game tends to be a stalemate. Let's hope not for the neutrals and for the sake of just how great the league has been this season. You need a winner for this game. So, yeah. So predictions. Yeah. So let's get our final predictions here. Wonga, what you think the score is going to be?
I'd say 2-1.
To who?
United is winning.
Okay. Who's scoring? Who's scoring goals?
Tony Martial and Bruno Fernandes.
Okay. And who's scoring the Liverpool goal?
Salah, of course. Who else but Mo Salah?
Okay. Nene, are you sticking with that stalemate prediction or?
Yeah, look. Yeah, it's gonna be a stalemate, man. I say 2-2. Would be a good result for the neutral. So yeah, and also the guys will probably be looking at the next few games that will be coming up and seeing whether, look, if this game ends in a draw, maybe they can pick up points in the next coming games, depending on who's got the easier games coming up. So yeah, for me it's a draw. 2-2.
Draw 2-2. Who do you think the goal scorers are?
I think Bruno Fernandes is going to step up. I don't know. Is he playing Liverpool for the first time?
I think it's his first time. Yeah, I think it's his first time.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. So yeah, definitely I think he's gonna get on the score sheet. And I'd say Rashford.
Bruno and Rashford. Okay. And on
Yeah,
the
Bruno
Liverpool
and
side?
Rashford, and then
The
on
Liverpool
the
side,
Liverpool side, definitely it has to be Salah. He's the leading goal scorer at the moment with 11 goals
Yeah.
for Liverpool. I think he's third also in the all-time leading goal scorer charts. So definitely he's going to be making a goal in between. Yeah, maybe Mane will score as well. I can't remember when last he scored against United. So yeah, Mane and Salah for me.
Okay. Okay. So that means you got one United win, one stalemate. Obvious who I want to say. I think the Reds
Yeah.
wake up. I think the Reds catch a wake up on their home ground, protect the territory, climb back to the top. I don't. It's hard to see more than 2 goals in this game. But the fact that Liverpool's defense is not their usual defense makes me think United will score at least one. And it's probably going to be a penalty by Bruno Fernandes. But I think it's 2-1 Liverpool. I think it's going to be 2-1 Liverpool. I say Salah scores one and Firmino scores the other one. Firmino these days scores the important goals. I think Salah and Firmino scores, and then Liverpool take the points to make it 2-1.
I just hope that Eric Bailly plays in defense because Victor Lindelof he will just be letting these guys bully him. At least if I have Eric Bailly in defense, I'm confident that at least someone won't be having his way with United's defense, as it's usually the case.
Yeah.
So Eric Bailly for partnering
Your
Maguire
80 million,
defense.
your 80 million defender. That's.
He hasn't been bad though.
Yeah, it hasn't been bad
He's
actually.
actually improved.
Yeah. That 80 million defender, Harry Maguire, okay, but that's a backdoor for Liverpool there. But yeah, that's the predictions, and that's the show for us, guys. Viewers, don't forget to just put in your score predictions on the comment section below. The game's still gonna come in on Sunday, so there's still time. So that's it from us. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more Football Extreme content. That's adios from me, guys. Any parting words from yourselves?
Yeah, stay tuned. Remember, we're all supporting United this Sunday. It's going to Anfield for the 3 points. We're going to end that run of days that they're bragging so much about. So, go United!
Come on, Liverpool! Nene, last words?
Yeah, no, football fans, thanks for all the love. As you can see, as a neutral, I'm looking forward to seeing two teams tear each other up. As I've said it before, it's been a long time since these two teams were involved in a title race. So yeah, it's just going to be an epic game. And yeah, continue watching our channel, and yeah, there'll be more to come.
Yes, thanks very much. So viewers, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more Football Extreme content. Continue to subscribe and to like our videos, guys. And can't wait for that match. Super Sunday. Cheers, everybody.